Whosoever hears this audio, if they be worthy, shall possess the inside human and superhuman abilities of the world's mightiest metahumans. Accompanying this journey of high quality nerd commentary, you got my man Colton, aka Pizza Parker, talk to the people.
Yo, it's your boy Colton, aka Drippy Mouse. You feel me? We doing the Disney Investor Day. You feel me? It's all about that bread. All about that bread. Make my castle full of bread. Feel me? Disney Castle.
Facts. And we also got the greatest engineer in the entire multiverse, my man Gas. Say what's up.
What's good? What's going on?
Feel me? And it's your boy Dennis, aka Old Dirty Dennis, aka Old Dirty Dennis Plus, aka What Bike? RIP Debo.
RIP, man.
Word. So what's going on, fellas?
Service?
Huh?
You got your own streaming service?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Got to do it big for 2021, feel me?
Toy Soldiers Plus.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's the one right there. That's the one. So what's going on, fellas? What's good?
I'm actually great, man. I've been having like great 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Been putting out content and shit.
Oh yeah, I see you. Shout out Julius too.
Fact, shout out Julius. Shout out the Haters Ball. Shout out Palms and Demel for Caps Lock. Shout out to everybody that comes to the stream, twitch.tv/The Colton Show.
Nice.
I am gonna try to stream tonight. My internet's doo-doo, so bear with me. But yeah, I've been feeling great.
Feeling
been
good.
Waking up early. Been following agendas.
Okay.
Plans for myself.
My son got a schedule now.
Going through with them.
Nice.
And it just feels good.
I like that. I like that. There you go. What about you guys? You good?
Sort of the same, but a little different because I ain't putting out shit yet.
Oh, he said not yet. Y'all heard that though, right? He said not yet.
He's just working on it. I be hearing it.
He don't know a couple months worth, and then I'm gonna wild out on it.
He know I be hearing it, but
okay.
He don't know I be
He basically
hearing
just said, "Yo, you heard his footsteps. They coming." That's what he just told y'all niggas.
Pitter patter.
I mean, I'm the same, son. Like, I'm always working. It don't matter what it is. Like, I'm always putting out. And next year, I got some shit coming. I got ideas, and they in the works right now. And I don't want to squeeze them into the end of the year, so we gonna wait till next year.
After this, we're gonna talk about some things.
Don't rush.
Heard you.
Ain't no rush.
So yeah,
we in a panoramic. We in a Panasonic. We in a
pizza party, nigga.
We in a pan from Dragon Ball Super.
And niggas could wait.
That's a fact.
Right.
So if you're hearing this episode, most likely you heard about Disney just wilding the fuck out on niggas.
Investor Day.
They just put their foot on everybody's necks, and they gave like their crazy schedule for all the shit that they dropping.
And you know what Disney did? They low-key just copped the Rolex that matched the Rolls Royce that matched the crib. And they pulled up with all of them things and made a video like, yo, peep my Rolex. It look like my Rolls Royce. It looks like my house. It looks like me. Look at this suit.
I look like money.
I look like money. I'm flexing on y'all. I just copped FX. I just copped Hulu.
I got FFX.
What's up? FFX.
Niggas is looking good. I got
Marvel over there doing a damn superhero.
We got Pixar.
We got Pixar going crazy. Like, come on. We just look. They really Thanos Infinity Stone and niggas.
You know what I like? You know what I like most about them though is the quiet petty that niggas don't talk about it. So I think let's say about a week and a half ago, Warner Brothers came out and was like, "Yo, all them DC movies is dropping next year. We releasing all them shits for free on HBO Max. Same day releases. Wonder Woman 84. You don't even gotta go to the theaters no more, my nigga. Just turn on HBO Max. We got you.
We gotta watch that on Christmas, by the way.
Facts. And everybody was like, so what is Disney gonna do? Like, what y'all got in store? Because these niggas, they wilding right now. They stayed quiet for like a week and a half. It was like, yo, we got something. And then all of a sudden, they just wild out. Feige just wild the fuck out.
Here's also how Disney flexed on niggas, right? Everybody else in corporations and shit, they get people to do presentations.
Facts.
They always get people to do presentations, right? So, they'll throw the CEO here. They'll throw like the guy in charge of the game company there to talk about it. Nah, Disney said we just gonna throw all the execs to just talk in a deadpan voice about all this exciting shit. Like, and they knew that the content is more exciting than the person giving the story.
Very true.
So I feel like you can tell as like not even as creative. Well, as creatives, us personally, we can tell when we got some shit, and you always know when you got that heat. You don't even gotta yell.
Yo, Feige was the calmest nigga I've ever
seen. Feige was dropping.
They feel it more.
Bombs.
Yo, he dropped so many bombs
and
with like
just
the chill
kept moving. Like was pretending like he didn't just tell niggas the Fantastic Four is
my
coming.
nigga.
Well, he was like, well,
he just shrugged it. It was like, yo, it's nothing. Right. He was like, oh, this?
Pixar was just like, yo, remember when we told y'all Buzz Lightyear was a real nigga? We making that movie now.
And it's starring Chris Evans.
And it's gonna be so hot. Yo, Jamal.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
Look at me. Look at us. Look at us. Toy Story is very important.
Yo,
Toy Story is a very important thing in our family.
Legendary.
And I know Dennis is part of this family also. Toy Story is a very important thing in this family.
My brand is Toy Soldiers, my nigga.
Toy
like
Soldiers,
I'm with it.
All I'm saying is that Disney Investor Day was really like a flex on a corporational universal level. Like it was kind of crazy.
Flex.
And like
it was 4 hours, bro. Yo, 4 hours of content.
Crazy. But yeah, continue.
So so like we can't break down 4 hours. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the Disney shit. You're gonna tell me what you're excited for. If you've seen the trailers, like how you feel about it. Just give me however you feel.
Facts. So yes, also feel free to jump in if you peeped.
Facts. Yeah. So first on the list, WandaVision. Tell me how you feel. Are you excited? It's coming. It's literally coming near my birthday, so I'm taking that as a gift from Feige.
It's a gift from Feige.
This is the 15th. I'm the 17th. So shout out Feige for that.
Facts.
Yeah. How you feel about it?
All right. So
I know you got some theories for me.
I got a lot. Because
he just sat up in the chair, so I know this nigga got some theories for me.
I got a lot about WandaVision. But the one thing I will say that I OD appreciated about the WandaVision show is that this is a chance for Marvel to not only kind of flex their knowledge within like the theory of reality manipulation, but this is also Marvel and Disney's chance to flex how good they are at cinematography. Only because the theme being different eras of TV shows, and you put me on the new Rockstars.
Yeah.
And like he was kind of explaining how the camera, and I was paying attention to that, right? Like every era switch, the way they recorded the show, the way it sounded, the way they mixed it, like the way the shots were, like reflected that era. So it was
they
just
put a
like
lot
they
of
had
attention to detail.
They had like the old school I Love Lucy type shit, the black and white, like the sound sounds kind of muffled and crazy, right?
As much as possible, yeah.
Then they went to the 70s where everything was just like, oh, whimsical, like laughing at everything. Then they went to the 80s where things was like still mad funny, but it was more about family and shit, and they tried to get a little bit more serious. Then they went to the 90s where it was just like everything is like kind of like crazy. Then they were showing even the 2000s, which I kind of didn't peep, where they were doing like the jump cuts, like Modern Family and like The Office and shit.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this nigga new Rockstar genius, motherfucking genius. This guy like explained that. Once he showed that scene with them zooming into Wanda like on some Office shit, like she seen some crazy shit that she was supposed to peep. I was like, this is really a chance for them to perfectly flex how broad they can be in one series, but at the same time just keep it really in the comic book realm. And I feel like we're gonna talk about theories a little bit later, but I feel like that trailer really blew my mind, man. Like it really blew my mind, even on some like cinema buff type shit, like just seeing how niggas like make movies and just shots and shit.
I think
I'm interested. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm interested in the story, but seeing how they go through the eras and try to replicate it perfectly makes me more interested in how it's actually going to play out and what the shots are really going to look like and what the episodes are going to look like part by part.
Continuing with what you just said, I feel like I'm most excited for one out of all their shows. I think they have the most creative freedom with this because it's Wanda. So whatever you think of can be something that Wanda does.
Facts.
And then on top of that, I want to see how they take that. Because, it's going to be like one of the first, if not the first show, on their Disney Plus run. So they're trying to make an impact with this show. So I want to see what they do with whatever their budget is. I want to see what they do, how it lays down the foundation for like the next couple series, the next couple movies. Because I mean, she plays a big role. Like, it's Wanda. So you know it connects. They even said it. It connects to the Doctor Strange movie. The next one that drops, it connects to
Spider-Man.
To Spider-Man. So what happens in this series is very important for the rest of the shows and movies going forward. So, and them putting it out first, that means that to them it's important. So if it's important to them, I want to know why it's important. So I actually want to see it, and I definitely have theories too. Like,
facts.
So yeah, we'll jump into the theories after. And then after that, Feige hit us in the head again because he said in March we get Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh fuck.
Bucky is my guy.
Bucky's my guy.
Winter Soldier is like one of my, if not my favorite Marvel movie of all time. Like right now,
yeah, Captain America: Winter Soldier is my favorite. Marvel
easy
movie.
For me. So
it's a good movie.
Yeah,
we seen that in theaters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that shit was fucking crazy.
For them to be like, yo, we're taking Bucky and we're putting him on like the small screen, and then we're putting Falcon, aka the new Captain America, on those small screen. And
Clarence parents had a real
Clarence
good
parents got to be proud of him, son, because he was wilding in that trailer, son.
He was going crazy. So I can't lie, man. I'm one of those Anthony Mackie hate a little bit because of 8 Mile niggas. Like, and it's mad funny because like, nigga, that's just a character. But Clarence parents really had a real good marriage, and like, get the fuck out of here, Papa Doc.
But my son literally went like ham. Like he was like, yo,
flight scene.
He was like, yo, what's the plan? And he was like, yo, fuck a plan, nigga. I'm the plan.
Chaos. I love it. You know I loved it.
I know.
You know when I seen it in that moment, I was like, wow, am I Falcon?
I'm Bucky. Because I'm mad, yo, what's the plan?
Yeah. What's the plan? And I'm the one to just jump out the fucking plane, nigga. Then I fly away from missiles like a motherfucking... Yo, that shit was hard.
Yo.
Can't lie.
I think personally, out of all the series, that might be my favorite. Only because I'm a fan of like the superhero shit, but I'm also a fan of it being grounded. And I think that's why Captain America is my favorite one. Because it wasn't like super power, like they didn't try to go crazy with the superpowers. It was more like a spy type thing with superheroes. So I feel like if they're gonna do that with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'm with it.
You're gonna be surprised about what
and Baron Zemo, like him being back.
OD. You're gonna be surprised about what my favorite series that's coming out.
Really?
Yeah. I think you're gonna be surprised.
You know what? I don't think I will, because I think it's what we're about to talk about.
You know me way too well. You know I love chaos, nigga, and like conspiracy. Come
and
on,
I feel
man.
like we got so much to talk about with this one.
Man.
The next one off the March list. This is just Disney flexing.
That's
we went from January to March, and now from March
May.
we're going to May, and we're getting the Loki series.
And that's the
tell
one
me how you
I
feel.
am looking forward to. Like, okay, sit in a room, right? There's a guy. He's smoking weed. He loves conspiracy theories. He loves comic books. He loves chaos. And then you envision me, right? And you tell me there's a show where the god of mischief is traveling through time, fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Like
all on board.
And they're giving answers to conspiracy theories, like on some like comic book shit, like giving fake answers to
I feel like that's such a great flex.
That's like
that's a great flex.
That Loki show is really about to, and then we're gonna talk about conspiracy theories later.
No, we can. I mean, we already on Loki.
So we already there. We at Loki right now, right? So think of the implications, people. We just watched Endgame, where Thanos strangled the fuck out of Loki, killed him, threw his body out, and he's dead, right? Like in the universe we're in right now. Now,
we call
Loki
our universe Prime.
From the same Endgame was the one that got the Tesseract and disappeared.
Exactly.
Follow me, people.
Like 4 years earlier.
4 years earlier, the Loki that's now dead travels through time and now is a time cop, TVA, part of like the time cop association. That's the Marvel shit.
Yeah.
And he's moving through time. There's a scene in the trailer where they show him seeing his future, like the time he didn't live yet. Like
on
what's
some
gonna
Thanos
happen
shit.
to him. Like on some Like, oh, this is what's gonna happen, and then they're probably gonna show like Thanos is gonna kill you, and Thor's gonna be tight, and he's gonna be sad. And I feel like the one theory that I really have that's mad big that I don't really know the answer until we see more of like the next phase is like, is this Loki gonna be good or bad? I believe that this Loki's gonna be more good. It's gonna be a toss up. You know, it's always Loki. He's the god of mischief. He's always.
I feel he'll lean towards good, but he's still got his own intentions.
But at that, like, but my real question is, Disney Marvel,
right?
Do they go full Loki route where it's like, yeah, I feel things, but I'm about me, or do they go 100% Disney route and be like, oh, my brother cares about me. I'm always gonna seem like I'm betraying niggas, but I'm always on their side.
I feel like he'll do like the anti-hero. Like, I'm gonna help y'all because I might die too, but I'm still about me. Like, I'm gonna help y'all just because I'm a part of the world.
That's the one that I want to be real, but I'm thinking like we're talking about Disney here, right?
That's true.
So
I don't think he'll go full redeem.
I do believe that they are trying to set up a thing where Loki, right, is bad, right? He's bad. He has his own intentions, but they're always gonna make it seem like, but like think about that time when he turned on you and then he turned on the other person, like he's good,
right?
And I don't want that to really be a thing. I just want it to be like Loki, really like how they made it in the old Marvel movies when he was just like, nigga, I'm always gonna pick the winning side. Like that's just gonna be my thing. Like I'm trying to survive. I don't want them to make him too soft.
I don't think they will. I feel like they're gonna continue that route where he's just like, yo, you know, Thor's my nigga, but you know, it's me. Like I'm still a god of mission.
To be the king. I'm an outsider.
He's gonna be like the ice giant. Because I feel like that's what they're also gonna do when they eventually introduce the Thunderbolts. Like they're not gonna be like the Avengers. They're still gonna be fucked up people, but you're gonna still be able to kind of like the Suicide Squad, where it's like we'll use you to do something good, but you still shitty people.
True.
So I feel like they're still gonna go that type of route. And the fact that they're using time again, time is gonna be time is gonna be like a reoccurring thing for Marvel for like the next phase or two.
Like time and like moving through dimensions is like very important.
Yes.
Do you have Spider-Man on this list?
We're gonna get to Spider-Man. The only reason I think I'll save him, let's save him for the end, only because they didn't talk about that in the investors conference.
There's only like a leak. We're
we'll talk about Spider-Man.
True.
Next on the list, Miss Marvel. I think that's kind of cool. Like, one thing I do pay attention with Disney is their rollout. It's a very slow process, but it's a rollout because they made sure to introduce Miss Marvel in the game. Know what I mean, she's basically the star. Like
that was lit. Yeah, she's the best character.
Yeah, she was basically the star, and it's like they throw that in there, and then slowly you get a series. So they try to make you get familiar with these people on a slower level, kind of like the Miles.
True.
Miles started with the movie Into the Spider-Verse, and then he started in the Spider-Man game where he was just like he had a little side role, and then after that they gave us the movie, and after the movie they just gave us the Miles Morales game. So I feel like even though we're going to get to the Spider-Man thing later, I do feel like he's going to have some, even if it's small.
Hey, we talked about it.
It's small, you know what I mean? They're going to mention him in some way in that third Tom Holland movie.
That's a fact.
So the next one I'm very excited about because this opens up even more theories about the type of shit that already happened, that's going to happen, and again, Feige just sitting here, just dropping these jewels and just mad calm about it. We're getting a Secret Invasions on Disney Plus, bro.
Oh yeah,
that is some wild shit. You know what
Feige
that
said straight up that the Secret Invasions is gonna explain like everything that's been happening.
That's insane.
Like everything.
So if you're not familiar with Secret Invasions, basically the Skrulls came to Earth. They invaded the planet. They took over different people's personas, and they've been sitting here like sleeper cells this entire time. So you think about that. You think about people who died. Did they really die? We don't even fucking know. Did Quicksilver? Was that really Quicksilver, bro?
Was it dumb? Here's another. You want to hear another quick funny Easter egg that I just like kind of figured out and found out is that everyone who's actually human,
Okay.
and this is a fact, calls Nick Fury just Fury. Everyone who wasn't a human so far, everyone who was like a Skrull so far, has called him either like Nick or Nicholas.
Now I feel like I gotta go back and like watch everything.
Watch Captain Marvel.
I gotta go back.
That shit is mad crazy. And also watch that other movie. Remember at the end where like he was with Shorty and
I think it was the Spider-Man joint, the second one.
All those agents that were with him that were Skrulls, they like called him like Nicholas or like Nick. And I was just like, because I remember in Spider-Man, he was like, "Oh, you're Nick Fury." He was like, "Don't call me Nick.
Yeah.
Call me Nicholas. Just call me Fury." And I realized everyone in a lot of like the movies, they just be like Fury. Or they'll say Nick Fury.
Yeah.
But like no one like just says like Nick or Nicholas.
Interesting.
And then like both those Skrulls were like Nicholas. And I was just like,
yeah, I gotta
so
go
now
back.
I gotta watch these movies to see if, and that could be like, I could be wrong.
You could be, but at the same time, like
I gotta watch to see how niggas was addressing my
exactly. You might have something. We gotta put a pin on that because
also new rock stars, genius.
Of course,
put niggas on.
Of course. But yeah, on top of the whole Skrull invasion, secret invasion thing, there's also Sword, because remember in Far From Home, it ended with Nick. Let me not say Nick because I'm not a Skrull. Ended with Fury, ended with Fury in space, putting together what it looks like was Sword because Shield ended. So I feel like that's going to come into play because aside from dimensions and time travel, they're tackling space. Like we're going to start doing more shit in space.
That's a fucking fact.
Next on the list.
Wait, you missed one.
What?
That's important. What if?
Did I? Damn.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. What if? That's going to be fucking huge.
I can't wait.
I am excited for that because as an artist, I'm just a fan of animation, and the animation in that looks insane. Like I don't know what they paid them, but they paid them well because them niggas draw their ass off. Like,
they went crazy with like the drawing / cell shading 3D like style, and that shit is like gonna be mad fire. And I also they're following like a lot of storylines from like comic book shit. Like they're following the Marvel Zombies universe, I'm guessing.
I'm a fan of just the T'Challa.
T'Challa as Star-Lord is gonna be the greatest shit of all time.
Fucking fire, bro. Like
I feel like he's gonna be a better Star-Lord than Peter Quill. Easily.
Like and the fact they've only gave us, I think, maybe 3 or 4 of the stories, and it's like a 24 series.
Peggy as Captain Britain and Steve Rogers as Iron Man.
Yes.
It's gonna be crazy.
I feel like they're gonna like the fact that they only gave us those just makes me wonder what else are they just gonna freestyle. Because I mean, they can just follow the stories that happen in the comics, but at the same time, you now have the liberty to do whatever you want.
You know what this would be a perfect time for?
What?
Come on, man, just throw Miles in there.
Facts.
A what if? Like, just throw Miles in there.
That would be insane.
And then if you throw Miles in a what if in the multiverse of madness,
there you go.
Miles could pull up.
Exactly. That would be fire.
Come on, man. These niggas need to hire me.
Yeah. That would be fire. That would be super fire, actually. Because then you have it happen in the Disney Plus series, and then that connects into like the Doctor Strange movie.
Yep. And then that's
just
how
laid
Miles
the foundation.
Actually, a Spider-Man.
If that shit happens, y'all gotta come back to this episode and give my son props for that. Because that was fire. That was fire.
They need to do it. They need to have alternate Spider-Mans and what if.
Yes.
Like, that would make a lot of sense.
I mean, the only way I see them
if they're
not
gonna do it in
it,
the movie, because that's what we talking about that later. But
right. I think the only reason I can see them not doing it is I don't know what their contract is with Sony about using it in animation. They agreed to live action, but I don't know what how that works, for animation. But if they can, please, that would be something that they would keep a secret.
That would be something they don't tell us until it happens.
Yes.
And then we're just like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Oh, until the last minute.
No, I'm down for that. Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Hawkeye's getting I mean, this is kind of his swan song because most of the main Avengers are retiring or already retired.
Old nigga.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like
that's what they told him. Pass the torch, old
like,
nigga.
You've been doing this from
and
the
Kate
first
Bishop
movie.
Is fire.
Fire, bro.
Kate Bishop got some fire powers,
fire.
Nigga.
Fire.
She needs to be Hawkeye.
So yeah, like, it's gonna be Shorty from. Actually, I didn't even realize that at first. It's Shorty from the Bumblebee movie.
Oh shit! Lit.
Yeah. She's basically Kate Bishop, and I love the Bumblebee movie, and I thought she was pretty good in it. So her taking the role of Kate Bishop, basically taking the mantle of Hawkeye, I'm with it. And they started filming her, and they filming in Brooklyn, which is kind of crazy. Like they took a couple. There was a bunch of behind the scenes shit, and you literally see them on the subways. She got her dog. She got the whole everything down to the T. Like,
shout out Brooklyn.
Of course, all day, every day
out here.
I mean,
nigga, how we still the center of comic books, nigga? These niggas talking about. So.
That's a fact.
Everybody know Gotham City is a fake New York.
Yeah, I mean,
Gotham City is Brownsville.
Batman out there right now, Wallace, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, they didn't give us too much about that. We don't have a date yet, but I'll assume maybe ending next year, probably.
Yeah.
If they already filming now, probably end of next year. Take care of the production and all that. Next up, which I think is going to be kind of fun, is She-Hulk.
I think it's going to be an underrated show, to be honest.
Yes, because I mean they're putting money behind this only because Hulk is basically like 3D, it's CGI. So the amount of money you're going to have to put into like let's say about like 6 episodes.
Tall green
lawyer,
right?
Yeah. Like that's money.
Come on, man.
And they're bringing Abomination back.
They're bringing Abomination back.
Yeah.
They said Mark Ruffalo is going to return as the Hulk.
Yes.
They also
that's
said
money.
That you don't know which people will show up because it's kind of like a comedy.
Right, because she's a lawyer.
Like,
so
she's a lawyer, and it's going to be funny being like a tall ass hulky lawyer. Like, and your cousin is the Hulk. Yo, and it's going to be funny seeing Smart Hulk.
Yo.
With She-Hulk. And
that's
them just both mad big and green. Like them at a diner, and he's just like, listen, like, I know your job is crazy. It's just like you're a lawyer and it makes sense. And then everybody's just like Hulk. And he's like, Hulk's mad with the kids. Hulk
dab on him.
He was like, look, I gotta deal with the kids.
Can't even be
like,
himself no more.
See, that shit's gonna be mad funny, bro.
Exactly.
I feel like people are gonna sleep on it because they're gonna expect like over the top destruction.
Yeah,
that's gonna happen still.
It's gonna happen, but that's not her. You know what I mean? Like she's more of the like calm.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. This is gonna be the first time you guys hear me ever say something like this ever. But I hope they don't do too much action in that show.
It's gonna be
it's not. I don't feel like
I want it to be an action comedy, but I don't want it to be too much of just her just flexing how brolic she is.
Right.
Like just show kind of how smart she is. Also.
So the boys.
The boys type of shit. Yeah. Dead ass. Like have that banter. Have like people going, have her flexing on niggas like, yeah, I could break your arm if I wanted to, like on some crazy shit, but like, don't just have her like just breaking everything.
Right. Because
like,
I mean, like, I guess the action part is definitely going to be an abomination. But for the most part, like, it should be more just about her, like her quirky side of when she's not She-Hulk. And
of course, they're going to give us action. They're going to show her actually fucking people up.
Exactly.
They're gonna show when Abomination and shit shows up. Hulk's probably gonna have to help her fight. That's gonna be lit.
Hulk probably gonna get his ass beat.
Fighting together is probably gonna be fire. No, they are. He is, and she's probably gonna have to help him.
Exactly, because he's Professor Hulk. He don't have that hunger that he used to have.
That's all. I mean, bitch. I hate Professor Hulk. No, I don't. That nigga did a lot. Whatever.
The next one I'm very, very interested in because I had no idea. I didn't even think they had the balls to do it.
I said they would, but I said that I didn't trust them.
Yeah, I just didn't think they had the balls to, but they did. They do. We're getting a Moon Knight series. That is going to be pretty fire, and it's supposed to be starring my son Isaac from Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
Poe Cameron. Yeah, Dameron. I'm excited for that. I actually like him as an actor, and I feel like he can do that role of. Does he have powers, or does he not have powers?
And I like when they said that. I was like, it should be super fucking weird. It should be like Lovecraft Country.
Right. I mean, they don't have much information about it, but the fact that they confirmed that it is 100% happening, we don't know when. It's not going to be next year. It'll probably be like 2022. But because I mean, the 2021 is fucking packed. But I'm excited for that. I'm really looking forward to see what they do with Moon Knight, especially with like a 6-episode series, just letting him wild the fuck out. I'm so down for that, and it connects to the rest of the MCU and being in film. So you don't know where he's going to pop up.
That's just going to be hard.
The next one, and I like to say, when it comes to like comic news, I'm on top of my shit at all times.
Mm-hmm.
I did not even see this shit coming,
I didn't
bro.
see this coming either.
He just threw this shit out there in the wind. He just whispered it.
He said yes.
He was just like,
Ironheart
"Yo, we're getting an
with
Ironheart
genius
series."
Inventor Riri Williams made the best suit.
I was like, "Yo,
Tony Stark."
what?"
And I was just like, "Oh shit, nigga, okay. Oh shit, nigga,
I sat up, my nigga. I was like, "Yo, we're getting a Ironheart series." Like he gave no indication that some shit like that was coming. Bro.
I mean, but one thing I will say is once Iron Man died, immediately the only thing I could think of is there's mad young people that are coming up. They're obviously gonna have someone be a replacement Iron Man.
Of course.
And then once the comic book happened and Ironheart was invented right after the Civil War comic book and shit, I was just like, yeah, nigga, duh, they gonna bring her.
I felt like it made sense. I just didn't feel like they want to jump to new characters like that,
bro. It's gonna happen soon.
So that's shout out the actress Dominique Thorne. Facts. She held that down.
Black Queen.
Yo, imagine knowing that you're gonna be like Ironheart or some shit and just holding that shit down for like 2-3 years. Because there was like no rumors. Because I heard nothing.
I heard absolutely nothing. I heard more shit about everything else than that.
Facts. The second thing I think I heard the least about is the next one. I had no idea we're gonna get an Armor Wars.
I'm with it. It's gonna be canon.
I am so with it just because I always felt like War Machine didn't get enough props.
He need his movie where he just blow everything up.
Exactly.
That's what that movie has to be. It has to be literally Don Cheadle being Captain Planet, motherfucker. Literally.
Because it always just felt like he was there and he had the potential. They just didn't take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like, yo, you have War Machine. You have him down to the T. It's perfect. His suit is perfect. You got Don Cheadle, but you're not doing anything with it.
And then Terrence Howard, I don't care. But
and then to make it worse, you crippled him. So it was just like, yo, so y'all just don't fuck with this nigga.
But now he got the exoskeleton chilling.
You know what I mean?
And let him wild out.
Exactly. So when they said Don Cheadle's getting his own series to take on that classic Marvel story of basically Tony Stark's worst nightmare. Where it's just like, yo,
the question is who's the person that gets their hand on the technology? Is it gonna be like the Justin Hammer nigga? Like
I feel like it won't just be him. I feel like it's kind of like when technology comes out now.
Roxxon?
Yeah,
maybe it has something to do with Roxxon.
It's possible.
Maybe Miles finally gonna be on fucking deck.
Basically, if you guys haven't figured it out yet, we want Miles in MCU.
We want Miles so
we don't care how we figure this shit out.
We want him to be like an 8-year-old that don't got powers yet. Like we
want him somewhere
he needs
in
to
that.
be there.
But yeah, Armor Wars, I'm so on board. I mean, at the same time, it doesn't really have to be canon because technically they said it happens if Tony Stark's worst fears come to life. So it could just be kind of like a what if thing where it's just like, you can let him wild out because he doesn't necessarily have to be the Don Cheadle of the MCU. He doesn't have to be crippled. He could literally just be like how he was before Civil War, where he was perfectly fine. He had his suit. And this is like an alternate timeline where shit went bad, where Tony told all of them like, yo, I don't want people to have my suit. And his suit leaks. The information gets out. And now anybody who has the money and the tech can just create a fucking Tony Stark suit.
And now it's Tony Stark Wars.
Exactly. I am so on board for that,
I'm
bro.
ready.
I'm
ready for him to blow all these niggas up.
Facts. Please. Next on the list, kind of interesting. Guardians of the Galaxy is getting a holiday special the end of next year. Which is kind of, I mean, I'm on board just because I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's gonna be funny.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's their type of thing.
Kids, most likely.
Most likely. I mean, I don't think it'll be too much for kids because it's still Guardians of the Galaxy and it's still Rocket. So
true.
I think it'll be the most family friendly of the shows that's coming. Actually, no, I'll take that back. The most family friendly will be the one that follows that, which is I Am Groot, which makes perfect sense to give Groot his own series.
I want to watch it.
Of just Groot saying I am Groot over and over for like 20 minutes. I mean, I won't even say 20 minutes because Disney does have like shorts. I don't know if you've seen some of them. They have like Iron Man where they're just like 6 minutes long.
They're pretty dope.
Yeah. So I can see them giving Groot like 5 episodes, 6 minutes each, just being adorable, bro. Like just being Groot.
Just be cute, man. That's all you gotta do. Just be Groot.
Exactly. Like I can get jiggy with that. Next, kind of interested to see how they do this because I feel like they kind of need to redeem themselves. Well, maybe not them because it was Netflix, but I feel like they need to redeem the martial arts aspect of the MCU.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking fact.
We didn't get it with Iron Fist, so please take advantage of Shang-Chi.
That's why they got the full Asian cast.
Full Asian cast. This is like Black Panther, but just straight Asian.
Well,
like
one
just
white
give
person
them
that's bad.
Right. Like I am on board with that. And it finally introduces the 10 rings after they pump faked this with Iron Man 3.
Also, if you guys want to hear a fun fact, this might also introduce the Way of the Spider because Shang-Chi actually taught Spider-Man his brand of martial arts.
Nice. Yeah. Hey, I mean, everything's on the table now. After that Feige, after that whole presentation, I put nothing past them at this point. I feel like they're willing to go wherever now. Speaking of going wherever, Doctor Strange, multiverse of madness. Now, at first when they introduced the movie to me, it was like, okay, they'll probably have a little fun with it. But as the casting started coming out and all the crazy shit that they planned, it might be my most anticipated movie. And I think it drops in 2022. So right now, as of 2022, this is my most anticipated movie. Like easily for me.
Yeah, I think the Multiverse of Madness is the movie that I want to actually watch. They said Kang the Conqueror, right? Is that who's supposed to be in it?
No.
He's not the time traveler.
No. He is the time traveling, but he's gonna be we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is
I think we get Mephisto.
Yeah.
I think we get Mephisto.
I think we're getting Mephisto earlier than that. We were talking about WandaVision, right?
Yeah.
So I believe that the lady that's her neighbor is either a witch that works with Mephisto or could be Mephisto himself in a different form.
I feel like
manipulating her reality powers.
I feel like he's using that to break.
He's using her sadness and shit and I feel like
I think we're onto something. Her. We're on a theory right now because I feel like he's fucking with her to get access to her powers because he knows what she's capable of, and she doesn't because she never used the manipulation thing up until this point. So the fact that she's now manipulating time and space, he's probably trapped somewhere, and he's using her to break himself free. You know what I mean? Because Dormammu was trapped in the first Doctor Strange movie because of the time shit.
I think we did figure it. I think okay. So boom, right?
Okay.
The neighbor, she in every era she has this pin that's just always on deck. I'm guessing that pin is either Mephisto, like either something that means something to him, probably has a piece of his power or whatever, and he's like locked somewhere, and he's trying to manipulate Wanda to use her reality powers to break him free. Out.
Exactly.
And then by the end of WandaVision, he's gonna succeed somehow, and he might take control of Wanda. And then Wanda might end up being the villain in the Multiverse of Madness.
I can see that.
And Doctor Strange,
he has to put that shit back together.
I'm going crazy right now because my mind is moving like a lot crazy right now, right? So boom, right? He's gonna have to save her somehow. Multiverse of Madness. I'm gonna kind of skip to Spider-Man right now, only because this will work for this theory. The new Spider-Man movie has all 3 Spider-Men.
Yes.
They have all 3 of their main villains. At some point, all 3 of them are going to have to fight their main villains, and I feel like they're going to be fighting together.
Yes, of course.
Through this dimensional change and going through dimensions and shit, at some point, probably towards the end of Spider-Man, when Peter's like, I'm going back to my dimension, guys, I'm out. I feel like Doctor Strange is going to woe in with his teleportation, and he's going to be like, yo, I need your help for some shit. And that's the end of Spider-Man.
But
he gonna
Spider-Man
bring him through. He gonna take Peter
to
help him get Scarlet away from Mephisto, under Mephisto's influence.
All right, so we gotta twist that a little bit, only because Doctor Strange happens before Spider-Man.
All right, so boom.
So whatever happens in Doctor Strange continues in Spider-Man.
Here's what's gonna happen. Whole new theory.
Okay.
Doctor Strange goes to save Wanda after WandaVision.
Got you.
He shatters whatever essence of Mephisto, but her powers do some type of blast.
Okay.
Fucks up the multiverse even more.
Fucks up fabric of time.
And that's why Spider-Man can see the other Spider-Man and shit.
I'm with it.
I mean, that sort of makes sense.
Hopefully that's how it works. But
I feel it'll be something in that vein, because the way that they said it, like, it's like step by step. And if WandaVision is this important, it's gonna set up something that's supposed to be bigger in Doctor Strange movie, which then sets up something bigger for Spider-Man's movie.
Only bringing up Mephisto because if you watch the Loki trailer, when he was talking to that little girl, there's a picture of a demon standing up in the background.
In the background.
And that demon is dead Mephisto, I think. And
it looks like him.
I think that demon was dead Mephisto. And the time commissioner nigga was talking to the little girl that was in this church. And I thought it was a saint. And then I looked in the back, I was like, oh, that's a demon.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mephisto got to do with like everything right now. Either Mephisto or Dormammu. One or the other.
I definitely feel
they probably working together though.
Yeah. I feel like it's definitely
because Dormammu's definitely way stronger, right? Yeah, so it's definitely Mephisto.
I feel like it'd be Mephisto only because he wouldn't be as straightforward as Dormammu was. He'd be more behind the scenes, trying to make things happen and work in a certain way to get to his eventual goal. So I definitely feel like it's Mephisto.
And I did feel like it's Mephisto also because then that could help Blade.
Right. And we didn't even get to Blade yet.
Fuck. I think we're figuring too much shit out.
You know what I mean? Disney are gonna let this episode air. And then we also have American Chavez, one of the main members of the Ultimate. We got American Chavez. We got Black Panther. However, they changed that around now. We have Captain Marvel. We're still waiting on
Ant-Man's daughter.
Yes. Yo, they have so many different things
and I mean, we want Miles.
He's coming. I know he is.
Who they casting him as?
I don't know, but we want Miles.
They might find somebody new. I feel like they might do something where it's just like somebody you never expected, like just a brand new face.
So who they casting at? Like the look-alike comic book or like the
video game or the movie? There's three.
You know what?
The video game looks more like the comic book.
Yeah, you're right.
And I would say,
and the movie is like
looks the most different.
It looks like more like a nigga. Yeah, because like the hair texture and shit. But I truly believe that they work with Sony, right?
Yeah,
and their deal is about to be like kind of more close knit.
Yeah.
So I think if
they'll
we
go
going based
new.
off success, he got to look more like the movie one. So you got to be like a kid with a little afro or whatever that looks like Miles Morales. That could be.
I definitely think they take somebody.
I don't know.
They could take the video game one too.
The video game one got a little more swag. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have more swag.
He do.
Yeah, I think they'll go with the video. Only because it relates to the movie, and the movie was so huge.
But then that also goes to: do they want a teenager or do they want a child?
No, they're going to get a child. They need somebody young.
Teenager, like, do they want somebody that's 15 or do they want somebody that's 13? Because the Miles that's 13 is the one that's like in the animated shit.
Yeah.
The Miles that's 15 is the one in the comic book and like this one. They want.
I think they're going to. I think they're going 13.
They want that one with more swag
because the reason why I say they go with the 13 is because he has to be at least somewhat younger than Tom.
I think they do both.
I think
because only about a little bit. Because how old is he now? Like 20-something?
I think they do both. Here's my thinking. In the Spider-Man movie, at some point we're gonna see like a preteen Miles.
Yeah.
And he might have like the little afro. He gonna look awkward as shit. And then when he becomes Spider-Man Miles, he'll get like the haircut and shit. Probably look like
Okay.
Comic book.
Okay. Yeah.
That's probably
kind of like an
Compromise,
evolution
that's not
type
bad.
thing.
They remember they do that to most of the characters. Like they make them grow.
Infuse
Either
them
you
into
grow
one
your
thing.
hair. Like remember
Yeah.
Captain America got the beard. It was like, oh, this nigga got older. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
They
saying?
can't tell the exact same story, so they're not gonna build the exact same character.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Right.
That's 100%
Right.
a fact.
Nah, I'm definitely with that. Only because like I just need Miles, bro. Like I just need
Yeah,
him
but that America Chavez news was mad crazy to me.
Yeah, because they just snuck that in. Like they literally just said, "Hey, we just introduced a whole new character, like quietly into the whole fucking series." So I am definitely on board with that. Just because it feels like they do have to set up the whole Young Avengers type shit. Like they have all these young actors. The chick that's playing Miss Marvel, I believe, is like literally 13. Like if you listen to her talk, she is literally a child, and I'm excited for that because she's supposed to be a child. She's supposed to have like fuck ups. And then just like we were talking about with Miles, I do feel like he's going to be about the same age because they're both friends. So at some point,
I mean, keeping it as authentic as possible should be their goal, honestly.
Exactly. I mean, it's their shit. Like they don't need to like manipulate. It's not like it was like Fox where they're taking someone else's material
No, they're
and
putting
like
it out themselves.
Exactly. Yeah. So it should be close as possible to the source material. I'm with you on that. So yeah, I think he's going to be about 13. He might be somebody we've never heard of, brand new kid. Maybe he's done some like short films or something, and
not
they just
even
pull him
unknown. Get someone nobody knows.
Exactly. Like literally just brand new. I feel they'll bring that type of energy in just because he's a new character and you don't want to attach him to like, it's the kid from the thing show. Like it's someone brand new, give him like this, you know what I mean? So I feel like that'd be perfect for a Miles. Moving on from Miles, we're also getting Captain. Well, I think we talked about Captain Marvel too, but I'm excited about that only because in Captain Marvel 1, the most exciting part for me was Monica as a child.
Pulse, right?
Exactly. We knew it was happening because it was filmed in like the 90s.
Photon.
Yeah, I mean she's everything,
Pulsar,
bro. Pulsar, Photon, Captain Marvel. She has like a million different
Monica
aliases.
Rambeau, boss though.
Exactly. Yeah. So like her being a child, and I think the setting was 1990. The film was. So her being a child then, by the time everything that happens, the Avengers connect in 2000s, 2020.
She's in WandaVision.
Exactly. So she's an adult now. So all that time she's progressed behind the scenes from the 90s as that child that we knew to 2021 where she's an adult now.
Boy, I think I just figured something else out.
You gonna get us killed by Disney.
Yeah, Disney might get me out of the fucking paint. But I truly believe that whatever happens in WandaVision is gonna be, and Multiverse of Madness is gonna be so big that's why the Fantastic Four exists. That's why Monica and Rambeau is gonna have powers.
That's why they get today. We build into the Fantastic Four theories because I got something for that. I got something for that.
I just realized the
implications. Throw that. What is it?
Huh?
Honestly, he might just throw that. What is it?
Yeah, what is it? Throw that out.
Mine's all right. So, like I said, we did the shows that we covered so far. We talked about.
Also, my bad. Not to cut you off, just to make sure people don't get tight. Miss Marvel's also going to be in Captain Marvel too.
Yes, that's huge.
So
because I mean, she's a fan of hers.
We're going from a show to the movie, so that means at that point, are they going to do the Terrigen Miss? Like, how's she going to get her powers? It's probably going to be Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, it's going to. Yeah, it's only because we haven't. They've not mentioned the Inhumans at all.
Do you think the Multiverse of Madness is going to connect the TV show universes to the real universe?
Yes,
and that's how everything like gets meshed together.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Because I truly believe, like when I was looking at the stuff, for the Miss Marvel like clips, like just the clips of her just being herself.
Yeah.
Like Miss Marvel exists, right? She exists in her world. Or was she a comic book character?
No, she exists.
She exists.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's just gonna be crazy.
Yeah. So all right.
How you a comic book character in your own world? That's crazy.
Yo, dead ass.
So going back to the Fantastic Four thing, I think I mentioned this in the past episode where I just felt like they were going to go to space. They were probably in their own universe. But I do feel like now with everything that's going on with Sword and all that space shit, at some point, the fact that WandaVision has all this time manipulation, space manipulation. She does fuck up time. She breaks the whole shit. She breaks it. It's in Doctor Strange hands to somehow fix it, but there's implications to that. Her breaking it, things that were seemingly normal before, like they can't fix everything.
She let that shit go.
Exactly.
Into space. These things is in space.
Exactly.
Their story happens all over again.
Exactly. Because
that makes it mad easy for the original Fantastic Four series.
Exactly. Because we're already working on space with Sword. So we're already in space currently.
I'm just saying only in a theory where they don't come from a different universe. Only in a theory if they exist as humans on this universe already, and then the multiverse of madness and Wanda, like they fuck shit up. And somehow it lets the cosmic shit into space. They do their regular space mission. Niggas become Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four.
Yes.
And that's how the story starts.
Yeah, because her breaking that, the same way when in the first Avengers, I don't know how this just came to my mind, when they were just like, when they had the space stone and Thor told them, like, the fact that you use that shit, you just told every single galaxy that Earth is like a threat now.
Yeah.
So it rippled through time. So her fucking with time is gonna fuck with time on every level, in space, scale, in every level. Facts. So everything that would have normally happened has been warped now. So you can use that, like you just said, like use that as an excuse to bring in the Fantastic Four, because whatever their simple mission was, well, Wanda fucked that up for everybody. So now that's how you can use that as a way to explain how they get their powers. You can use that as a way to explain how mutants happen. Because at some point, they haven't talked about X-Men at all. And I feel like that's going to get its own phase.
House of M's original story, which is kind of like what they're doing in WandaVision, but it's not actually House of M, is at the end of House of M, she spazzes and then just wishes mutants don't exist. And they don't exist anymore.
So I can see her doing
the opposite. To wish more people like her was around.
Exactly.
And now the X-Men exist. You get what I'm saying? Now a whole bunch of other people exist.
Like I said, it's a ripple through time.
And I believe the way they're trying to mesh magic, time, dimensions, like the quantum realm and shit, like the way they try to mesh all these shits together, and even with the Eternals.
Exactly.
Right? Like this is one of those things where it's just like, now we're trying to give y'all excuses for everything that's like.
And I feel like now that we're talking about the Eternals, I do feel like that is part of the reason why we're going to get mutants. Because they're going to basically explain this is the origin of all powers. This is how it started billions of years ago.
Is Eros in it?
Yeah.
So we're gonna see Thanos' dad.
Yeah, we're gonna see all of it. We're gonna see all of it.
Shit's gonna be crazy. That movie's gonna be mad crazy. Only because like they really can't explain a lot of shit, like if they want to in that movie.
Exactly. And they say that it does cover different eras. So if it shows the very beginning of like all like the Kree, the Skull, all that stuff from the very beginning.
Oh, no, they have to do that, especially because I feel like Captain Marvel is like that Revenant engine. Secret Invasion is going to be that Revenant engine.
And,
like
and you look at all the series that we've been talking, all of them connect somehow. Like everything connects, crazy. Even if it's just a person that connects that last series to that movie, like it all connects. So I do feel like the Eternals are definitely going to somehow help usher in the mutants direct, like even if it's just indirectly with WandaVision, breaking time and space, all that shit connects. And yeah, I'm so fucking on board.
Thor
is gonna be fun. Thor's gonna be mad fun.
Fucking great.
Because I like Christian Bale.
We got
he's
Thor,
insane.
The God Butcher.
Yes. That is insane for a villain.
That shit's gonna be fucking, he's gonna be OP. He's gonna be fucking niggas.
Yeah, he's like Thanos crazy. Level, like crazy OP for no reason. Like I'm so on board. And for him to give him that role of all people, and you know he likes to like practice before he does like a role and get into it. So I would like to know what the fuck he does to be Gore, like out of all people. But I'm so, and then I mean I do like the director. I'm a fan of his work. He's fun. Like he's fun, but he can still do like interesting scenes on top of that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like he can balance it, because that was one of the things that Thor was kind of missing was
it was just too funny sometimes.
Right.
It was like, where's this actual points where I'm supposed to take you seriously?
And I do like that they threw in Lady Thor.
Yeah. It's gonna get crazy.
That's gonna be ill.
Hopefully, we finally see my son Beta Ray Bill.
I do feel.
I'm so
you know what?
tired of this bitch.
I have a theory on that. I do feel like he's gonna come because Gore is too much for Thor.
Gore is way too much.
He's too much for Thor.
Gore's gonna throw these niggas in prison, bro. All of them.
I do feel like he's way too much for Thor, and that's why they had to introduce Lady Thor. He's gonna need help. They're gonna probably throw in Beta Ray because he literally fought all the Thors. So if this nigga is going around killing gods for a living, like this is what this nigga just does. And Fat Thor wasn't getting it done in Endgame if we're gonna keep it real.
Because I feel like Thor is gonna come back and be like that Thor in the comics, unworthy Thor.
Yeah.
That, like he's just gonna give both the hammers away and just be wilding like on his own. Like,
I could see that. And you know the reason why I could see that is because Thor as a lightning god is too powerful to be with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, facts.
Like that makes them way too overpowered. So they have to depower him somehow. And I do feel like him being unworthy.
He's still gonna be overpowered.
Yeah, he's still gonna be overpowered.
I feel like
lightning powers is just like
I feel like he's gonna make himself unworthy though.
I can see that.
This shit.
I can see
he's
that.
Gonna give I feel like if Beta Ray Bill does show up, like this would be my perfect movie. Beta Ray Bill somehow shows up. Thor's getting his cheeks clapped by Gore the God Butcher, and then the hammers they not pulling up because he getting fucked up. Like niggas is washing him, and they just like, nah, nigga, you not good enough. And then Beta Ray Bill is just some like strong like alien nigga that's in that space that hates Gore. Also, he's like hunting him or some shit.
Right.
He gets Stormbreaker.
I can see that.
He has Stormbreaker in the comics.
Yeah.
Lady Thor, Jane Foster comes. She gets Mjolnir.
Yeah. And it's just Thor.
They pull up, and now it's the 3 Thors, nigga. Now it's the Thor Corp.
We got
it's the Thor Corp.
Right.
And Dr. Doom exists. Fuck, they can go crazy. Yo, they can do everything in the comics. Literally everything if they do this right. Fuck. All right.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I definitely do feel like that's why they had to introduce Lady Thor because he's like you say, he's gonna get them cheese clacked. Like it's fucking it's Gore's.
Grab the back of his head and slam the hammer on the back of his head repeatedly, nigga. Gore's gonna pick up Stormbreaker and Thor is gonna be fucking tight, son. He's gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
Because there's no way that he's being this nigga by himself. It's literally impossible. All right, so next, still no date, but I'm still excited. Blade. We're finally getting this nigga set comic books on fire before anybody else was doing this shit.
They need to bring Wesley Snipes back somehow.
He has to be in there somehow.
If they opening up dimensions, nigga, open up the dimension for Blade to meet the other Blade, nigga, in the other dimension. And they can wild out on Frost one more time, nigga. Let's go crazy, nigga.
Nah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Blade is be lit. I hope Blade shows up on She-Hulk specifically, and I hope he also shows up in a Doctor Strange movie.
You know what I was looking for? I was looking for some mention of Ghost Rider. Only because we can get the Midnight Suns. You know what I mean?
We could get Ghost Rider mentioned in She-Hulk, possibly in Doctor Strange.
I could probably see I say Doctor Strange only because
anything that has to do with Mephisto.
Yeah.
Possibly we might hear about Ghost Rider.
I do feel like it's possible. I do feel like it's possible because I do want Ghost Rider's dope.
Niggas that kill demons. The demons definitely know the niggas that kill demons.
Right.
So they definitely should somehow bring up Ghost Rider and somehow bring up Blade.
Just let me know he exists in the universe.
I just know the multiverse of madness is as crazy and as serious as I think it is about like that magic and demon shit. There's no way they can't bring up Nicolas Cage being Ghost Rider. There's no way they can't bring up the Robbie Reyes from S.H.I.E.L.D. Like there's no way they can't bring up like the niggas that actually existed already.
Exactly. That's why I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, we don't have much information on Blade other than we're excited for that shit.
Yeah. And we feel like he's gonna be mentioned soon, especially when it comes to like WandaVision and Doctor Strange.
Yeah. All that otherworldly shit. Like he plays such a big role in it that you can't just ignore him, basically.
Also, if they want to really go crazy and keep it to the culture, he'll be mentioned in Black Panther somehow.
That'd be crazy.
That would be mad insane and random. Like if Sherry's just like, oh, it's some nigga killing vampires. It was some vampires attacking Wakanda, and then we checked, and the niggas was dead. And then there was like a note that said "Blade, motherfucker," for like 15 A's.
All right, so next on the list, I'm excited for it because I mean, my original theory, I'm still not taking it off the list, but we'll see. Is Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
I believe we meet the Fantastic Four in this movie.
I feel we're meeting something in this movie because
Quantumania.
Yeah,
I believe we're meeting somebody in the. I believe
they might get their Richards, they might get their powers there.
I believe. Oh, they might get their powers in Quantumania
because the
mom.
That's where she got hers.
And she got her healing powers from being in the quantum realm.
We might have
so
something.
And Hank Pym is a genius, and I believe that in this shit, it might end up being on some Scott Lang fucking with Hank Pym. He's getting better. He's getting smarter and shit. Whatever. And Hank Pym's with his wife.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, this goddamn new kid, Reed Richards, is fucking genius. Fuck this guy. I hate him.
Yeah.
And then Reed Richards is like, I know you working on that quantum shit. I know
let me particles. Let me get in on that.
Let me get up in on that.
And some shit goes wrong.
Some shit goes wrong.
And that's how these.
And then, or he like somehow figures out something about the quantum realm. He goes in there with his niggas and man, so many shits many different ways they can make this happen.
Exactly. I feel. You know what?
I feel like the quantum realm was probably a better theory for the Fantastic Four.
Yes,
though.
I do
Only
feel
because
like
we're talking about the science and genius things.
Yes,
and Susan Storm was smart. Fucking this nigga Reed Richards is genius. Ben Grimm worked with these niggas on like mad military and technical shit and whatever. He was like an engineer. And so was this nigga
Johnny Storm.
Worked on cars and fucked bitches.
But I did. That's mad kills, man.
But obviously, and get money. But obviously, he got some type of technical ability because he's Susan Storm's brother.
But so I do feel like that's the better theory, like you just said, for the Fantastic Four. And I do feel like that's why they're introducing all these different things at the same time to introduce all these different people from all these different areas. So the fingerprints for Fantastic Four has to be quantum realm. It makes so much more sense now that we're saying it.
Makes a lot more sense here.
The multiverse and bringing in mutants through Eternals, like all these different things have blueprints and thumbprints of what can follow. You know what I'm saying? Like after all these movies come out, like it's easier for the audience to be like, oh, that makes sense how it connects the mutants to Eternals because we learned how far back the mutant gene goes. And the whole quantum realm shit with them getting their powers, they explained it with Janet Pym. Like she got her shit, so it would make sense that other people can get theirs too.
Scott was stuck in it, and when he came out, his daughter's older and shit. Like so time definitely moves different in that bitch.
I feel I'm with.
It's gonna be crazy because I also truly believe at some point we're gonna figure out that quantum realm and magic are kind of the same thing.
And I feel like
that's what we're gonna kind of figure out. Like they're all the same shit.
And to connect that, I feel like that all ties into Shang-Chi. Yeah, the 10 rings.
The 10 rings.
Each one of these rings has the power of all these different things that we've all been introduced to so far on some level.
True.
So yeah,
and then we're gonna also figure out more about probably the Infinity Stone shit because they're gonna have more like information after all this crazy shit happened.
Exactly.
So niggas gonna realize. And then, nigga, we have Eternals, so we're gonna know about probably like the source and shit.
Exactly.
Damn, shit's gonna get crazy. It's gonna like the Living Tribunal, nigga. Shit's gonna get crazy.
Speaking of all that, we also have within the Quantum Mania movie, Kang
the Conqueror, time traveling motherfucker.
Yeah. It makes sense for him to appear in that because that's where the whole time travel thing started. Was through Scott Lang and Ant-Man with the quantum realm.
Kang
so of course he's gonna be pissed off.
Kang will also be the nigga that would tell everybody like, "Yo, mutants exist, my nigga," and like all that shit exists, my nigga. Like y'all niggas think y'all strong.
wait till y'all
meet this little Canadian nigga, son. Nigga's an animal. I hate him.
This nigga got claws, nigga.
Nigga got fucking claws, nigga. You could blow this nigga up. He'll come back. Just give him a minute. Niggas back. It don't make no sense.
Oh shit.
I bet none of y'all niggas is invincible though. They be like, what? They got a nigga that's invincible. It's a nigga in a wheelchair that'll make all of y'all kneel. All of y'all.
Yeah, all food.
That shit is crazy. They got a smart monster nigga. Hulk, I thought you was the only smart monster nigga. I bet. No.
This nigga's coming for your thrones, my nigga. Like,
gonna be crazy.
Yo, it's gonna be insane. And then on top of all that, we also have, like you said, Cassie Lang being a teenager. We're gonna probably get Stature. Yeah, we're gonna get Stature. You combine Stature with the fact that we got American Chavez. You combine that with the fact that Miles is somewhere in this fucking universe.
You got Miss Marvel.
We have all the
you got the Young Avengers, bro.
Yeah, they're all there, bro. Kate Bishop. We have all of them.
Also, spoiler alert.
Okay.
Big motherfucking spoiler alert. But in WandaVision, there's a point where she has children.
Yes.
And I think one could be Wiccan.
It has to be.
And the other one is, I forgot what the other name of the other child is.
Speed?
Yeah.
So yeah, I do see it. And then the fact that we have the introduction of Hulk and She-Hulk, we're probably gonna get Hulkling.
We might get Hulkling.
He's gonna pop up at some point.
We might also get Amadeus Cho.
Yes. Because his mom was in Age of Ultron.
Oh shit.
She was the scientist that Ultron didn't want to kill.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's all there, bro. It's
this
all
shit's
there.
About to go crazy, boy.
It's all there.
They listen to niggas.
Yo, for real, for real. All right. So one of the most important out of everything that we named, there's not enough that you can say about this because this shit had hit me like when I found out the news. Black Panther 2. Like I didn't know how soon we were gonna get it after, everything that happened with Chad. Like it was just a lot. And I just thought like they're gonna probably put this shit on the back burner. Because I mean, it's hard to I didn't think they were ever gonna recast. Like I just don't think I think just the general audience wouldn't feel right knowing that it's just like, hey, just business as usual. We just gonna move on and drop this new nigga to try and fill Chadwick's boots. So the fact that we're not recasting, we're gonna tell stories within the Wakanda lore. I already felt like they were gonna go to the Shuri route anyway, of her taking the mantle and taking the throne and becoming her own version of Black Panther. Because I mean, she's not a warrior, but I mean, she couldn't be her own version of. I mean, she's making her own suit. That's already fire.
Yeah.
So she's already gonna swag that shit out. You know what I mean? And then you still got Okoye, so she's gonna teach us something. You know what I mean? So I felt like it was right there. And then on top of that, they mentioned just briefly of the shit going on in the water in Endgame. So that was already Namor right there.
Yeah.
For them dropping.
I wonder how they're gonna. They said it was like lifestyle, right, around like the different characters.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I do feel like at some point
they're gonna pick a successor.
Yeah.
Between the three women.
They have to. And I just feel like unless they want to throw everybody for a loop and make like
Lupita's character.
Yeah. That'd be kind of crazy. She already had the fighting skills.
I feel like what's gonna happen is it's gonna transition between the three of them trying to be Black Panthers.
I can see that.
And then ultimately I think Shuri might get it.
I can see that.
I truly believe that it's gonna be like Okoye is probably gonna do it first, but she's probably gonna just do it to like protect niggas and hold it down. Then she's gonna be like, I'm gonna train y'all to be like nice.
Only because I can't see her. The only reason I can't see her taking the throne.
She gotta be the leader of the,
she's a general.
She's the general. Come on,
that's not her role. She doesn't want to sit down.
She's actually supposed to be kind of a step ahead of the Black Panther.
Exactly. So she does the protecting. So who protects the protector?
So I believe it's gonna be between Lupita and Shuri at the end of the day, right?
So that's why I do feel like Shuri's
they're gonna be training between them, and I feel like Lupita's gonna get it, and she's gonna be doing her thing, but then she's gonna be like, "Your birthright
exactly
belongs to you," and pass it off. I also believe they probably did have Chadwick like tell Shuri at a point, "You're gonna take over this."
I do feel like that only because it makes the dynamic between her and Okoye closer, because it's like she served under the brother all this time, and she loved she loved Shuri. So her being able to protect her former leader's sister as the general, I feel like that's a better story to tell.
That's
so I do, I'm definitely on board with that. Like I said earlier, I don't know how they're gonna squeeze Namor into this. Like, because I mean, they did say it's supposed to be a celebration in a way. Of they're going to try to find a way to tastefully tell the story of why he's no longer Black Panther. I don't know how they're going to do it. They have 2 years to figure that shit out. But I'm going to believe that Ryan Coogler is going to find a way to like tell that story in a way where it doesn't feel rushed. You know what I'm saying?
Tasteful.
Exactly.
Tasteful. Facts.
And like we were talking about before, the final movie on the list was fucking Fantastic Four. We talked about it in every possible way. So we can skip that and just go straight to the Spider-Verse. Because niggas been talking about Miles the whole fucking episode. I am very excited because we're getting basically the Spider-Verse. We're getting Toby. We're getting Andrew. You're getting Kirsten Dunst. You're getting Emma Stone. You're getting Jamie Foxx as Shocker.
You're getting Tom Holland.
Yeah,
you're getting Alfred Molina.
Bro. This is literally
you're even getting apparently the Daredevil from the TV show.
Insane.
I don't know who he's supposed to play. Apparently,
he's supposed to play himself. Yeah,
supposed to be Matt Murdock.
Yeah,
right? Spider-Man's lawyer.
Yeah, that's insane, bro. That is insane. This is literally the Infinity War of Spider-Man.
It's the end game of Spider-Man.
They're literally combining. This is shit that niggas thought about online on fucking Reddit and Twitter and shit, like as a joke. Like, yo, they'd never do this. And they were like, oh, but we will. Like all of it.
So if Sony owns Miles, right?
Yes.
And they will renew their Spider-Man contract after this one, right?
Not after this one. I think they have 2 more appearances. He doesn't have 2 more movies, but he has to appear in 2 more shows within Marvel.
Okay.
But in exchange for that, they have to do Sony a favor with something with Venom.
Okay. So I truly do believe, yeah, it makes a lot of sense, man. Now that I'm thinking about the Sony movie, right? So the Morbius trailer that we got
is going to connect now. I mean, it was already loosely
Sam
connected.
Raimi Spider-Man with Murderer written on him.
Yeah,
he passed by that trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So now that
and they had Vulture.
So and they also now that all these shits are high key connected, what the fuck is gonna happen? Like that, like honestly, like no, for real. Like, cause I'm really thinking about it right now, and like, so Spider-Man is gonna be in the Multiverse of Madness. He appears in that also. And it's somehow, well, they say it's connected, so I'm guessing he appears in it somehow.
Yeah.
After he appears in that, does that just mean that now he's in Sony movies? I mean, he's gonna show up in Marvel shit, but like, do Marvel get any more solo movies with him, or is that only a Sony thing now?
I feel like they still do because this deal is too lucrative. Like, if you think about, forget the comics,
it's lucrative for both of sides.
Exactly,
actually.
It's just lucrative. It's too much money on the table. No one's giving this shit up. So what I feel like they're gonna do is they're gonna use the momentum that they get from the Spider-Verse shit. They're going to push their Venom movie. He's got to have some sort of role in that, no matter how small. That instantly means it makes the whole shit canon because you have Spider-Man that exists within Venom's movie that still also connects to the MCU. So that means Venom is technically within the MCU, even though loosely it all connects. And then the fact that we have the Doctor Strange movie, you just basically could just mesh everything together.
Okay, so my next question is, doing Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, does that somehow, okay, so remember when I said it connects to the Spider-Man movie somehow, and then that's how they're going to be able to probably to tear through dimensions, and Spider-Man's going to be able to meet the other Spider-Man, right? Us seeing J. Jonah Jameson means that the shit already kind of fucked up because he's from Peter Parker's, he's from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movie,
right? I don't know how they're going to explain that, if they even bother.
Now, say they do all that and somehow they mix all of them, and now these niggas all have to fight their prospective villains. Do they take Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx and add them to the repertoire to make the Fatal Six, to make the Sinister Six? Do they make Jamie Foxx?
I feel like the way they're going to do that is,
do they make Alfred Molina?
I don't think that they stay permanent members, but to speed up the connection of the villains, instead of somehow trying to create a Dr. Octopus within the MCU, we just pull the one that already exists from the Tobey universe.
Do we even know who's Spider-Man's villain of this in this movie?
Everyone.
No, I mean no. Okay.
I do feel like Kraven the Hunter is going to be in there at some point. Okay, he may not have a main villain. It'll just be.
I feel like he will though.
That's tough.
Because I feel like in my mind, right, they're gonna have to fight Electro. Yes. They're gonna have to fight Dr. Octopus.
Yes.
They're gonna have to fight somebody of Tom Holland's too.
I feel like that's where Kraven comes in.
Kraven, yeah.
I feel like Kraven.
I think he is gonna be the main villain then.
So, I can see that because I mean. I do feel like he's going to be a part because just like you mentioned, we're going to get the Sinister Six.
Kraven isn't Sony,
we're just not going to. That's true.
So the real thing is, did Mysterio really die?
No, in my mind, he did not die. So because he's going to be a part of this.
Mysterio again.
It might be.
That would make the most sense.
It might be
like if Mysterio thinks that like it's illusions again, and then he finds out like the multiverse is really fucked up.
I don't even think he thinks that it's illusions because he did bring up the theory of multiverse.
Smart.
So I do feel like he uses this to his advantage. He might pretend he's a different Mysterio of a different universe.
What if he works with Mephisto?
That's possible.
Because Mysterio at some point does work with Mephisto, and his powers get like he actually gets powers,
like actually heightened.
Like he actually gets like powers that make people like be in illusions and shit,
like hallucinations.
So like, I think they could go crazy if they wanted to.
They can, and that's why I do feel like that's the reason for like the whole multiverse is we're going to combine all these different villains because to flesh out all these different villains into a third movie is literally impossible.
Who's Spider-Man's most like magical villain? When you think about like niggas who fuck with demons and shit, can you think of anybody on top of your head, Jamal?
Shit.
What's that nigga with what's that purple?
The fishbowl on his head?
Yeah,
that's Mysterio.
Yeah, that's Mysterio.
That's what I'm saying. Mysterio was in Far From Home, right? Mm-hmm. We think he got killed.
He definitely
made Spider-Man
not dead.
seem like a bad guy.
But he's the only guy you can.
I dead think he's alive. I dead think at some point when Mephisto actually does show up, he might fuck with him. And then that's how the Spider-Man, the different universes actually fucks up and goes crazy type of thing happens.
Maybe. I mean, they set it up so it could possibly happen.
Yeah. But like I said, I definitely do feel like that's why we're getting the Sinister Six this way, because you just don't have the time to develop all these fucking villains.
A fucking fact.
We already have.
We have Scorpion.
Yeah, we have all these niggas already.
We have Vulture. We have Scorpion. If y'all bring back Electro with Jamie Foxx, that'll be lit.
Who's Rhino?
Yep.
That's also what I'm thinking. Like
Rhino's
Rhino the next villain.
Rhino exists in Andrew's universe. They could just pull him in. He was at the end of the movie.
It's right.
So they're just gonna take a whole bunch of different characters from different universes and not use the same characters from the same universe. I'm confused.
Yeah. I think that's literally.
I feel like because it's so much faster to put a Sinister Six.
The end of Venom when Vulture pulled up, and Vulture's from Spider-Man and Marvel.
I mean that's true.
Yeah.
So I think at some point these niggas are all gonna meet up in some type
and be like, yo, I don't fuck with Spider-Man either. And be like, yo, I don't fuck with Spider-Man. And be like, yo, nah, I don't fuck with the one in my universe, but I don't fuck with Spider-Man, period. So how about we team up and just take care of all these niggas from all the universes?
Okay, so now that I'm thinking about it again, do you think all of them they're gonna lock them up in a specific universe that's not this one, and then
we can lock them up in
somehow?
The fucking
the same
negative zone
shit.
We lock them all these niggas up in the negative zone within the Wrath, because the Wrath does exist in the MCU.
They put them in the Wrath.
And these niggas break out.
Sinister Six.
There you go. You got the whole shit right there. And the final
You know how they could go real crazy if they wanted to?
What's up?
Because think about this for real. Now, this is a real theory that could go crazy. Because the nigga did a good job. If Daredevil's there, they could bring back Kingpin.
Of course.
And Kingpin is Spider-Man is the reason why the Sinister Six exists.
I do. You know what I think?
They do have Osborn. They could bring an Osborn.
I'm gonna tell you.
Osborn's the
I was just about to say that.
The Green Goblin.
Osborn is going to be the main villain just because Flash loves Peter so much. And in the second Spider-Man movie, his pops wouldn't show up when they came back.
He said his parents were scientists, right?
Yeah, and they were busy.
They probably worked for Oscorp making the Green Goblin formula.
Exactly.
And now he about to be the Green. I think
and that would be a great.
And it would make sense because he's the nigga with the most money. He could put a team together. He could use some dimensional shit. Like,
so this whole time he's been watching.
It might be Green Goblin. It might be Harry Osborn. Norman Osborn.
Yeah. So I
feel
feel
it could be Rhino also.
It would be Rhino, then it'd be Osborn, because I feel like they overused Osborn.
They do, but I mean, he's like
he's essential, but at the same time, you don't want to overuse the same characters over and over again. Even in the same like,
but for
it's like Venom. How many times
they use Rhino Venom? Also though?
Yeah, they do use Rhino, but Rhino.
How many times do they honestly use Rhino?
I mean,
the only ones.
The only reason,
how many times did they use Venom?
The only reason I'm going to say that they're going to use.
Not really.
It was
think about
the
times.
Sam Raimi,
the movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Beyond that,
how many times did they use the Osborn guy?
1,000,000 times. Every Spider-Man movie he makes an appearance.
But they have to make him
because he's essential. But you don't overuse.
But what I'm saying is, I do get what you're saying. They probably shouldn't overuse him. But
he's gonna make
if there's a time
he's too important.
Where he's
too important for this.
I was
too important.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be the one that connects all the other villains.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the one that leads the villains? Because
unless to be the one that
unless you think Doc Ock is going to do it.
He might not be Green Goblin, but he's gonna be in the movie.
Yeah, he's too essential to the Sinister Six.
He's the only one that has the money.
That's true.
And remember, he wasn't Green Goblin immediately. He wasn't Green Goblin immediately.
He just ain't fuck with Spider-Man.
Harry Osborn. And he actually did fuck with Spider-Man. Remember, he thought Peter was mad smart. I think they're trying to set some shit up for maybe Peter and Flash to get like a job at Oscorp, maybe.
I can see that. That's the reason why I said the fact that they keep showing Flash.
The money comes from because that's his investor. Because that's how it seems like it goes,
the money is Harry Osborn.
Exactly. So he'd be in charge, but Doc Ock would be doing all the main shit, and then everything.
I mean, but this is the Doc Ock from
right. That's why I said
still smart
from Tobey Maguire. Oh no, I'm not saying he's not.
I just mean as a villain.
I'm just saying as a villain right now, the only person that can bring everybody together, it wouldn't be that Dr. Octopus.
Exactly.
I don't know if it
that
makes
persona.
sense to just be tying them all together like that from different universes. So
I mean, they have to, man.
Yeah, because I mean, if they're all going to come together, someone's taking advantage of them coming together.
It could be messy if they don't spread it out throughout. If they don't give us hints throughout all the other things that they're dropping.
But they will again.
They will. So you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna figure it out.
And that's why I feel like the main villain has to be within our universe. Because why would fucking Doc Ock Toby?
They got to be one in every one.
He wouldn't be the one.
Mysterio would make more sense, like him pretending to be dead, and then he's like, "They get surprised."
Or
I wasn't dead this entire time. I just wanted
basically they need
he was a murderer.
The villains need a mastermind.
Behind the scenes, pulling strings and shit.
Exactly.
No, I mean, like literally behind the scenes. This whole time we think it's Osborn and
it's just like somebody else going crazy.
Exactly. Like
even then, they don't even have to actually show Osborn. They could just say that like, oh, Oscorp is funding this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oscorp is funding this. Or like Mysterio is like, the only reason I could do this whole shit is because I got money from Norman Osborn. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly.
And then you gotta actually show him. That's what I was saying. Even if they show him, don't show him in a capacity where he immediately becomes a Green Goblin.
Exactly. You just need somebody that's there that, okay, after all this shit happens and everybody has to go back to their universe,
but that's also
who is the person that's still been doing all this shit that's been fucking?
If they don't want to go that hard and they're using Daredevil, they could just bring Kingpin. Because he has bread in the city.
Kingpin would be easier.
And he could be the nigga that could. The only
reason why I don't see them using the Kingpin is because if they use the same Kingpin from the Daredevil series, because of that it was so grounded.
Yeah.
It was too. There was none of that. It was just basic New York shit.
Basic New York shit. Yeah, you're right.
So you need somebody that's like already knows all this magic and shit exists.
But here's the thing, right? Kingpin is mad smart.
No, he is.
A Kingpin from another universe would get into New York, realize shit is like mad more chaotic than his shit, and figure shit out. I believe that even if they bring him in, his shit is not as chaotic. I believe even like Daredevil, I think it's gonna be funny when Spider-Man meets Matt Murdock.
I just think it's gonna be funny for him to meet anybody within the MCU.
But that's what I'm saying, because he's gonna be like, "Oh, y'all are crazy."
Because I mean, technically, he does know they exist.
He knows like niggas like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. You feel me?
Not even just that. Like they do make references to the Avengers. and shit like that.
He knows they
exist. He knows they exist.
But when he sees them in person, he's gonna be like, "Oh, okay."
Exactly. So I do feel like whoever the central villain is, even if we don't see him, like just like you said, he's behind the scenes. It has to be some sort of mastermind.
Well, then again, now that you brought that up, then Kingpin would make sense. Because that means he made mad bread while mad chaotic shit was happening.
So that's why if I did a list, it's got to be
stop him.
It's got to be either Kingpin, is Norman in some way, is Mysterio, is somebody that's like,
or it could be all of them.
It could be all of them.
Nah, only one person is in charge.
I'm thinking of one person in charge.
Exactly.
They could use those.
I just need just the person who peels.
Probably Mysterio though.
Who pulls everybody together.
The whole thing.
Only because the way it got set up, like, oh yeah, Spider-Man's a murderer. This nigga's dead now.
Right.
Remember the glasses was like, yeah, nah, nigga, his vitals is fucked up. I was just like, oh shit. But then that could also multiverse of madness, time travel. Mysterio could come back somehow. Like
that's what I say. He could be a Mysterio from a different universe.
Hell. He might be Mephisto in hell and come back with his act. Like, remember, he has powers in the actual comic book.
Right.
Like, he has like magic. Like, his powers is technically some magical shit.
And I would see that making sense only because, like Peter said, you can't fool me anymore. But that was with tricks.
But that
now, if I have actual powers,
actual magic from
it's
a
different.
Demon,
exactly.
Now it's different, nigga.
Exactly.
And he'll probably still use his tech because, crazy.
Of course.
Niggas. But yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, that was a lot of fucking Marvel content.
Yeah, because they gave us a lot.
Yeah, that was just.
It was like half theories, half explanation.
Yeah, man. I am so excited for all the shit that they got coming, honestly. But yeah, this not our longest episode? I feel like it's got to be our longest fucking episode.
Definitely. But that's because it's Investors Day. Remember, their shit is 4 hours, so people who could listen to 2 hours of us talking.
So yeah, man. This has been another issue of the Mighty Metahumans, providing you with high quality nerd commentary. Subscribe, tell a friend, leave a review. Follow us on The Mighty Metas on Twitter and Instagram. You can use the hashtag Mighty Metas. We also have a Discord. Pull up, talk nerd shit. Come challenge me on some Danger Room shit. You know what I mean? There's a link to all that in the Twitter. And you can find me on every social media site as Old Dirty Dennis and my man Colton.
You can find me on Twitter as _The Colton Show. You can find me on every other social media as The Colton Show. Twitch.tv. And I have a website, thecoltonshow.com. So go check that out.
Nice. All right, take us home, bro.
My final quote is no quote, man. Just a moment of silence for Daredevil when he hits the real big leagues. And he figures out that niggas is really wilding out there.
All right, moment of silence.
All right, that's enough.
We out.